So apparently, Standard wamepost some alleged group ya waheshimiwa wakipangia kutoa Rigathi Gachagua. And hiyo WhatsApp chat tu imekufunza tu vitu mingi, like say ukuwa tu normal ka sisi wengine, right? Because kuna mentality watu wanakuaga nao, like waheshimiwa will think on such a high level, si hatuwezi elewa, like they are always playing games. And I've always said they are not any extraordinary people as you think. These guys get into a room, brainstorm sometimes nonsense ideas, and somebody is usually like, you know what, we are out of ideas, or there's nothing else we can work with, wacha tujaribu hiyo yenye imesemwa hapo. And you can see clearly kwa hiyo WhatsApp group. Kwa hiyo WhatsApp group kuna the communication imetoka. We kama umeona hizo chat unajua you'll place who I refer to. Kuna the official communication. Then hapo unaona kuna wale bootlicker, wale yes boss. Hata kabla wajue ni nini wanaulizwa, will you work overtime for 10 days without pay? Yes boss, whatever you want. Then kuna wale who treat kampuni ni kama ni yao. Like ana treat kampuni like hata ukitisha tuseme kama paid time off or uitishe reimbursement cause ulitumia Uber mahali ukatumia pesa yako, unaona wanakazia ni kama hiyo doni yao. Hapo kwa hiyo group kuna watu wa hiyo sampuli. Then kuna watu wengine hapo, the ones that nobody likes cause nobody believes they are really with the company, but they say the right things. So kila mtu anamwangalia like, buda tunajua wewe by circumstance hauwezi kuwa ati na sisi loyal to us, lakini haujafanya anything disloyal, so we'll just keep you around. Like you can see all the typical normal things that you go through at your workplace play out in that one or two simple WhatsApp chats. And this proves something I've always said. Say wakwagi remarkable venye wasi udhani. Ati we unadhani juu mtu ameelektiwa, suddenly amekuwa intelligent kukuliko, hakuna kitu unaweza mshow, akona level of wisdom hujaiona, and you're wondering why? Because ukisha realize say wakielektiwa, the only thing they get is a platform, and a platform gives them the privilege to lead. Utarealize wache kuweka kwa pedestal like wanajua vizuri sana. And I'll give you an example even with content creation. Mimi, I made a name for myself by telling stories, talking about social issues and stuff like that. So suddenly you think because I talk about social issues, I know better than you in a complicated situation that inakushinda wewe. So you are a married person, you come at me asking for my advice about your married situation, and you expect the only reason you are thinking that I can give you sensible advice is only because I have a platform and I have followers. Whereas Mimi, I got popular not for saying anything extraordinary. It's mostly for saying things that a lot of people think and either cannot express the same way I do, or things they relate to, or things that they agree with, right? Or disagree with, depending. So that's my only claim to popularity. But suddenly unadhani ati najua vizuri sana ati sana naweza kuadvise kwa maisha. Well, can I give you reasonable, sensible advice on a case-by-case situation? Absolutely. But does it mean that I automatically know better because I'm mildly popular? Nah. It's the same thing now, heshimiwa. Ati suddenly jamaa ameelektiwa and all of a sudden unadhani hawezi kuwa challenged, or wao wenyewe wanadhani hawezi kuwa challenged. Meanwhile, you've been elected. You're just a lawyer like me. Right? We read and interpret the same law. There is nothing, hakuna Holy Spirit imekuingia ukapata some otherworldly thing. You realize that the person you elected is just another accountant, same as you. You probably even have more work experience than them, but somehow you cannot challenge them because in a position of leadership. Yo WhatsApp chat imetufunza mambo mingi sana, and then I'm wondering, say upanga hizi vitu kwa WhatsApp chat. Dangerous. Very dangerous. I wonder what else they discuss.
Let's take you through what you'll be waking up to tomorrow on Kenya's bold newspaper, The Standard. The headline you'll be waking up to tomorrow: use and dump. As you can see on your screens right now, the puppeteer, quote unquote, where communication, including excerpts from in-house WhatsApp groups in our possession, reveal President William Ruto's hand in parliamentary misdeeds, despite his recent tirade against the House. From passing the unpopular Finance Bill 2024 to removal of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and passing of unpopular laws such as the Affordable Housing Act 2024, President Ruto has used Parliament to serve his agenda and not the people's. Pages 4 and 5 have more details, and there you can see some screenshots from the WhatsApp groups that we have in our possession, just pointing to the fact that there is a puppeteer who's pulling the strings, and Parliament might be serving the puppeteer's agenda and not the people's. More details on tomorrow's edition of Kenya's Bold newspaper. Do make sure you grab yourself a...
Hey guys, yani nimesoma hii article mpaka nikajiuliza maswali mingi. Ruto design August 27 as Katiba Day, ikuwa ile siku ya Constitution. Kila year Wakenya wanakumbuka Constitution. Nikajiuliza, does he follow that Constitution? Cause he said the day will be observed every year to remind Kenyans of their duty to uphold, protect and implement the Constitution. Saa hizo hapo washaanikwa na standard. Angalia wakasema used and dumped, kuonyesha zile vitu Ruto hata afuati Constitution, like Pass of Affordable Houses Act 2024, was it Constitution? Finance Bill ya 2024, was it Constitution? Removal of former Deputy President Gachagua, was it Constitution? And the IEBC approval, which an extent alikuwa amepelekwa kwa koti to contravene of court orders. Yani alikuwa tu na break the law, zimewekwa hapo, and yet he's telling Kenyans to uphold and protect the implementation of the Constitution. Yani ni kama it has to begin with you. Ukiambia watu kwanza, do you do that? Mpaka advisors ukiangalia kona wangapi, and yet Constitution inampe the limit. Haya, nikaa tu mtoto akiona askari anasema mimi sijaiba, na unaona kwa mdomo amejaa tu maskari na sijaiba. It has to begin with you.
President William Ruto's WhatsApp messages have been leaked to the public. According to KTN, there is a WhatsApp group called the Project 22, which includes close allies of President William Ruto, including members of parliament, senators, and governors, and the president himself. According to the messages, the politicians are usually coerced, pressured, and even bribed to support the president's agendas, even if it does not align with the public interest. In one of the messages, the majority leader of the National Assembly, Kimani Ichung'wah, is seen rallying the members to vote against former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and he is seen taking a roll call to confirm which members would be present in the House to vote on that particular day. And then Senator Methu responded by saying, "This is the highest level of being inhumane. I wish you knew half of what the DP has undergone the last 4 weeks." And then Eric Wamumbi responded to Senator Methu by saying, "He took me through hell for 3 months. He is lucky he had hell for 4 weeks. It's payback time at Senator Methu. No pity, no mercy, no sympathy. He has to go home today. Tell him to stop faking." And then Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja responded to Eric Wamumbi by saying, 3 months, some of us it's been 2 years. After the members had voted, the National Assembly Chief Whip Silvanus Osoro congratulated the members for what he termed as a patriotic duty. So this is what he said, and I quote, "Honorable members of the bicameral parliament, thank you and congratulations. You have restored the dignity of Parliament and the country's leadership. The former DP was indeed an embarrassment, not only to himself, but to those of us that fought for and still defend this government. Never again should we find ourselves in this situation. Sasa turudi kazi." He continued by saying, "To the colleagues in the National Assembly, please be in the chambers as early as 9 a.m. to malize some urgent business before we proceed for recess later in the day. A sigh of relief to His Excellency at one term," referring to the President, "to Parliament and to the country at large. May God bless Kenya." Even though Gachagua had already been impeached, some politicians expressed frustration with their colleagues for missing the voting session and termed their absence as a silent opposition. For instance, another MP, Vincent Musyoka, posted saying, and I quote, "We need another parliamentary group meeting after this. Tujuane. Watu wana ushenzi sana. Watu wamepewa many projects na president and are voting no. So this is the translation in English. So we can know one another. Some people are barbaric. They have been given many projects by the president and are voting no. There's no way. You are either with us or not with us. No in between. After Gachagua was impeached, President Ruto expressed joy and appreciation to his loyalists in the group and encouraged them to support his nominee for Deputy President Kithure Kindiki. And this is what he posted, and I quote, "Teammates, we thank our Almighty God for bringing us this far. We trust God in all situations and commit our nation to Him. I have just forwarded the name of my nominee for Deputy President to the National Assembly for your consideration and vote. I request you to kindly consider this nominee positively. God bless you, and I'm eternally grateful for your support. Signed as WSR for William Samoei Ruto." And some members were quick to support him, and Nandi Women Rep Jepkosgei Muge said, "Count it done, Your Excellency, sir." The governor of Muranga, Irungu Kangata, said, "Congratulations, Your Excellency. Professor is a good leader with a vision and ability to lead, boss." So, after Kithure Kindiki took over the position of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, President Ruto invited the members to the swearing-in ceremony through the same WhatsApp group. And this is what he said, and I quote, "Friends, the Almighty God of all creation be praised for sparing our nation, negative politics, and steadying the Kenyan ship. I invite you to the swearing-in ceremony of Abraham Kithure Kindiki, a child of God, to be our new Deputy President at KICC grounds and later to launch at State House. Baraka Tele." Read the message, signed William Ruto. Unfortunately, the WhatsApp messages also revealed that some members of parliament restricted internet access during the 2024 anti-finance bill protests, allegedly with assistance from local service providers. So the majority leader of the Senate, Aaron Cheruiyot, posted this in the WhatsApp group, and this is what he said, and I quote, "Control *3. That's what you should be concerned about. At the height of Gen Z protests, we managed to slow down internet, and that saved the day. You cannot do that with Starlink."
The Standard newspaper has put out a very interesting front page that goes a long way to show the incompetence and malice of State House alongside the entire legislature. It confirms Ruto's personal involvement in the removal of Gachagua. So hiyo mambo yake ya kutoka inchi during the impeachment, it was all just ukora. He always runs from the country when there is something fishy that is about to take place so that he can take zero accountability. You know, it reminds me of this politician, I won't mention him. Somebody was fooling around with his wife. Na huyu jamaa alikuwa ameonywa. I think they even got a restraining order against that fellow, barring him from accessing that home. Na jamaa kusikia. So this politician left and went to South Africa. Na huyu jamaa akaenda pale na akauliwa. So when he came back, you know, you have testimony. You say, "Me, I was not in the country." So Ruto, much as he was not in the country, he was part of the people who orchestrated the murder of Rigathi Gachagua, politically speaking. These guys want to control the social space. Now, not necessarily Instagram, Facebook, and IG. They have no power to touch those. Those don't even belong to any Kenyan entity. They are American owned. What they have control over is your ISP, your internet service provider. They can slow down Safaricom if they want, so much so that you can just load a GIF. They can slow down Zuku or anything else you're using, but they can never mess with Starlink, and that's why they don't want it in Kenya. It's beyond their control. Ruto does not have Elon Musk's number ati atampigia mwambie bwana panga namna hii namna hii. You can just see the kind of colossal blunder the president has made. By attacking the National Assembly, wameamua sasa, kama umekuja na hizo, pia sisi tutakuonyesha ujui. They have started releasing screenshots. And more are going to come. You best believe more screenshots are going to come as we head into 2027. Sijui rais atajitetea aje. Now, screenshots aside, the one thing I'm noting is that we don't take national security seriously. How can classified information be shared on WhatsApp? Aside from these fools ending up on the front page of the Standard, what happens when a foreign nation gets hold of more incriminating chats? Because remember, WhatsApp belongs to Facebook and Facebook belongs to Meta, which is owned by Mark Zuckerberg, who is an American. So through extension, the FBI, CIA, and Secret Service, at all times, they all know exactly what our leaders are saying. This is a national security threat as a result of foolishness. Hamwezi kuwa mnapanga national business on WhatsApp. Rigiji even told us Ruto has a presidential diary on WhatsApp where his entire travel log is posted. Just listening to this.
We have a diary for the president where I am there, my private secretary is there, my chief of staff is there, and all his issues are there. So we align. I think about a week ago, we were removed from that diary. You know?
Is the Kenyan government so broke that we can't get secure lines of communication? Shame on the NIS and the entire leadership.
You can see some screenshots from the WhatsApp groups that we have in our possession, just pointing to the fact that there is a puppeteer who's...
I love you back. I love you too. Twende kupiga kura. Hata I love you too.
Ruto, I love you.
Mimi nimemea matiti.